Myself, 100 Eyes, and I'd like to welcome you all to Powers Talk. If your mouth don't empower, keep it. You know what you done now. And joining me today, we have real life warriors. Real life warriors. We got Mr. Rambo from the Black Panthers joining me.
Black power, all power to the people, bro.
All power to the people, King. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you giving me your time to come and chat with me today.
Yeah, honour, man.
You got yourself, man. We got Mr. Pain in the building. You get me?
Tell me.
Triple.
Tell me.
Yo, Mr. Pain
Yes.
is a pro MMA fighter.
I was
gonna say that.
Yeah.
But you hear me? You're still a professional.
Still train, still do the stuff and stuff. But yeah.
But you're also a personal trainer, aren't you?
Personal trainer, sports coach.
Yes.
Mentor.
Yes.
Father, all the above. Main thing is father, definitely. But
big up, powers. But most importantly, you lot are both activists, right?
Oh, look.
Yeah.
We can put that that banner and that word and that name and that phrase on it, but I'm
righteous beings.
Yeah, I'm just about just seeing
Good
stuff,
of all.
seeing stuff that I find that is something to my heart that I want to affect or help or move and push, and that's me. If they want to put a name to it, then that's them, not me. I never put a name to what I do. Yeah, definitely.
I invited both of you down to the studio today to have a little chat with me, man. I've been seeing your works online. I've been seeing how powerful you two are, and bringing you both together. I had a good dreams last night. I couldn't wait for this episode, if I'm honest with you.
Appreciate you, man.
So big up you boys, yeah. But you know the game, you know the show. It's called Powers Talk. There's a bucket in front of you guys. Inside the bucket, there's 3 topics. You pick a topic, I'll ask you questions relating to that topic.
No problem.
Yeah?
Go on.
So, Sir Rambo.
Go on, Rambo.
I'm going to let you go first, please. Have a little mix. Yeah. And when you pick it up, please show it to the camera.
Is that?
Global issues.
That's a big spread, really, isn't it?
It's a big spread, man. It's a big spread, but we're going to kind of...
Don't leave it in there.
No, don't take it out. don't leave that in there.
Right. Global issues again. Right, cool.
So, Rambo, what are the 3 most serious issues in the world, in your opinion, at this present moment, 2022?
Well, it's going to be the same as always, innit?
Okay.
It's going to be hunger, innit? Like,
Okay.
people are starving, yeah? A lot of people are homeless, yeah? And there's a lot of diseases out there where people need to be, I should say there should be a vaccine or a cure for it.
Okay.
But when we say that, bro, we know that the greater powers, or we should say that the secret government controls all of these stuff here, bro.
Oh.
So are we talking about the global issues?
Yep.
Are we talking about, boy, the global effects, you could say war, yeah? How we, as people, go get around these issues? How we go solve these issues? Boy, we try marching, we try protesting.
Yep.
What?
Well, you tell me. What do you think? What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on it, bro, is like, I believe,
We need a whole new system.
No, we could say the system, but I believe all of us as people need to, it's a do-it-yourself thing, bro, because it's like, many of us is not on these levels of thinking that these are global issues, bro. Some people don't choose to ignore that homelessness is a big issue. Food shortage and hunger or famine is a big issue, bro.
Major issues, bro.
These stuff get pushed aside a lot because from the 80s, bro, 90s, you must have been in school.
Yeah.
They always told you about Africa's facing some form of famine.
Yeah.
Ethiopia.
Yeah,
you always find out that
they push them images to me as well.
Images. India is facing hunger, and these are the same issues what keeps the war occurring, fam.
Okay.
And to not go off track, it's like, as I said, we as people, we all on different levels, and for us to even convince other people that these are the issues, are they though? because
on a global scale, yes, I think so.
it's like what I'm explaining, yeah, bro. It's like these topics has been covered in the medias before.
Yep.
You understand? And it's like, what are we going to do as people about these stuff and these issues? Homelessness is very serious, you know? Yeah, seriously. Pain.
But okay, Pain. Before you answer, let me twist it for you, just to narrow it down. Instead of talking about the global issue, maybe talk about in our country. What are the major issues in this country, England, that we're facing right now?
What was the question again? Global issues.
Yeah. All right, so...
No, it's literally kind of the same, but I'm not even looking at it in that aspect, as in like hunger and famine and all that stuff. Everyone's made their lives so easy that they don't want to do nothing. Everyone's made their lives so easy they don't want to do nothing for self. You understand? For self, they're relying on the government to teach their kids.
Yeah.
They're relying on the government to support their families, their homes. They're relying on the government to tell them what medication to take or not take. They're relying on their government to tell them who to point fingers at and say, we need to shun these people. They have took self-responsibility away from oneself, from themselves. They are so consumed and consuming. They feel not to be empowered and self-reliant on oneself. And just like having an allotment. Like my granddad never had an allotment, but he had a long garden. And he was growing food out the back of the garden standardly. So potatoes,
So we're just not self-sufficient no more.
we're not.
We've
So
lost it completely.
we're not. If we told our kids or the kids of today or our kids, yo, you know, our grandmas and granddads used to have hens and stuff like that. Used to grow them and kill them and feed them. They think what? Because they don't see the packaging and the transformation from having an egg, having a hen, laying more hens, growing a mass of them, and then selling and eating. The process is hard. I tell when me in London, when we're on on our Instagram lives and stuff, I said we are living in the pot noodle society right now, where people don't want to work hard, they don't want to season their food, they don't want to grow their food, they just want to pour hot water in a little jug or a mug and stir it around. That's their Sunday roast. You understand?
Would you say it's their fault, or would you say it's how everything's portrayed to them as well?
It's always their fault, and it's the society. It's always their fault. One can always. They just need to understand. They can step back and ask grandma and granddad and sister and brother what's been going on back in the day.
Right.
Our kids don't want to know what's going on right now. They don't want to care. The society of kids right now, they probably don't even care about slavery. That happened 9 years ago. They don't want to understand why they're in this ancestral traumatized situations right now. You understand? Because that happened years ago. Okay. But this is why we're in, and you're in this situation, and you're allowing certain people outside of your community to Europine, Europine your mind, to not understand the bigger picture and the issues that you can do, and you can self-grow yourself. But people are so dumbed down. They want the quick fix, the quick rich, the quick fame. You understand? Instead of working and actually seeding your legacy for your kids.
Salute.
Yeah, it's hard shit, man.
Salute. I want to go back to what you were saying. You said something about you got to look for is it inner self? We have to dig into your inner self?
No, it's like what I'm explaining to you, bro. It's like even we say about these crises and stuff, it's like we have lost responsibility for ourselves, bro.
Okay.
You understand?
I like that. Just wanted to clarify.
No, it's about do for self if you don't really look at it like that. Though.
Yeah.
And take a responsibility.
I like that more than the unify aspect, to be fair. I think you do. I think if you look at inner self, you kind of know to take care. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Why should I have to unify with you if you're not correct, bro? Why should I unify with you? You're just gonna disturb me.
You know what? Even on that level, even for us to unify as a group or as a people, we have to get it together with ourselves first.
Okay, yeah. That's step one.
As he's saying, And the thing was, if we're just talking on our community, the black community, I'll just say it like that. Yeah. The black community, a lot of times we are waiting for we're waiting for the janitor to come and get things and fix things for us. We're waiting for
who's the janitor?
The janitor is the people outside of our community. You understand? I call them the janitors. They could be anybody, and we're waiting on them to sort out police brutality. We're waiting on them to sort out the music industry, where we're not singing about the belly of the beast of our community. We're waiting on them, as in the people who control the media.
So we're waiting on strangers.
We're waiting on people outside of our community who don't care about us.
We don't even know them.
You say it there, bro.
We're waiting on them. I call them the janitor. We're waiting on them to tell us, okay, now it's okay that we are. We feel that what has been going on, we won't allow it no more. But you have made it normalized. You've made certain phrases and certain words normalized in our community, whereas that people outside our community are throwing it out there and you say, no, but you guys say it. And then when we talk to our people, say, yo, don't ever call me that. Don't ever speak like that around me. What? He gets me out the hood, innit? I want to stamp out some people. Their mindset is so dumb. It's like,
it's mad toxic out here. I can't lie to you.
Yeah.
But let's keep it stepping. Rambo, I'll say you're like a double OG in this thing right now. So you've seen a couple things along the ages. Not saying you're mad old, but you've seen more than I have. Yeah, you've seen how different crimes have changed, especially in the community. Because I bet certain crimes before were like, I don't know, graffitiing on an ops block, like in your days. I don't know. But now the crimes they're major. Like, you get me, you got zombie knives and blah blah blah. Before I finish, I just want to ask a question. Why do you think people get involved in crime? From your perspective.
From my perspective, when you're saying how people could get involved in crime, that
we know.
Right. No, but when people ask that question, you have to say that that is a big subject on its own, bro.
You're right.
Because it's like,
okay. Let me break it. How can it be prevented then?
Prevented.
Yeah.
Alright. See. That again,
because you're an exception. You're one of the few people that are on the journey you're on. A lot of people ain't on your journey,
but
bro.
This is another thing then. For me to even be on this journey, I had to recognise certain stuff.
You had to
recognise,
okay,
and acknowledge.
Is it fair to say the people that are involved in crime ain't recognising them?
No, some people that's another thing then, isn't it? Crime is a way of life to some people. For that reason, that person's... Listen to what I'm saying to you now. If they're saying the cause of crime is because of lack of opportunities, lack of awareness, yeah? Remember, crime is based on the system perspective as well. See, because
I might not see it as a crime, but the system may see it as a crime.
Some people do see it as a crime. So when you say to me now, how does people get into crime? It's like, come on, bro. It's like it's a wide range.
Yeah, it's a network.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that question there is that for you to get that answer. It's like, let's say it simply. The reason why it could be crime, because as Payne said it before, lack of opportunities.
And circumstances and people. Because like, if you're talking about crime, you have the man selling the £5, £10 bag of weed on the street in the local community. Yeah. Policeman run down on him. Then you have the banker stealing money. Yeah. He's a criminal as well. He's looked at different. One's treated different than the other. The £5 bag of weed or the man stealing millions, he's pulled down harder. And this is the situation where circumstances and opportunities where normally it's the European man who are in so-called power right now are doing the mills, stealing the mills. You understand? Right in your face and getting away with it, or getting a little tap on the hand. Or the government will cover the banking crisis and the stuff that they've done. But then little Marcus down the road, selling a £5 bag of weed, he's getting draw down, hold down, knee in the back by like 7 police officers, and then dragged through the court system. And now he's in a situation where he's just trying to get a little bit of money because he's got no money in the house. And then now he's a criminal. But these bankers, they're all right.
All right, and 100 Eyes as well.
Powers.
There's also could be poverty.
Poverty.
Yeah, being like poor.
Yeah, but then what about the parents? What role does the parents take then? Because it is poverty, but there's people that live in poverty that still do well.
Still doing great.
So it can't just be poverty.
No, but as you said, for youths to go into crime or anybody to go into crime, is many of things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Many different scenarios.
Yeah, right.
You've got
because it could just be a one crime as well now.
Yeah. It could affect you from a youth, from years ago, and it just triggers and clicks.
Look, you've got great parents out there who have picked up and pulled up and mentored and grown their kids, and their kids are still out there going on effery. Still out there acting the fool. Still out there wanting to be a bad man when they're spoiled brats. You understand? You know what I'm saying? Just because they're with their friends, see how their friends carrying on with their pants sagging and speaking with no clear wording of what the hell they're saying, and wanting to live this so-called fake bad man life.
Environmental. Is it environmental then?
It's environmental, it's social mental, it's telemental, schoolamental, it's friendamental, and pretendamental. No. It's all these things put together, brother. It's all these things put together when you grab this kid out of that little group of mental, and he's sitting by his mental self. He's a humble, nice, beautiful kid. You understand? And then you throw him back out into that madness, and then he's acting the fool. I've seen it, brother. I've been seeing it for over 27 years, man. Every single day. It's mad.
All right, cool. Let's swiftly move on, people. Who wants to stir the pot next?
Let me drag one. Death penalty, what? Capital punishment.
What?
Death penalty, capital punishment.
Death penalty. The Warriors are here, but I want to hear what the Warriors are saying. You feel me?
Death penalty, capital punishment. So give me the question.
Okay, the first question is, what's your thoughts on capital punishment?
Burn it, but bring it. Yeah, definitely.
Rambo?
With control and understanding, and that certain crimes. So
what certain crimes fall under that criteria you're talking?
Pedophilia, man.
Yeah, of course.
That stuff, troubling children.
100%.
Troubling children. That's anything where you're troubling children and you're completely caught. That's when man needs to get done out of it.
So you believe it should come back into England, yeah?
He'd come back in England with control, but again, it has to be for certain crimes because, again, we have seen that the criminal justice system is not fair for us.
That's the issue, bro.
It's not. There you go. So,
that's the real issue.
But again, for me, I know that crime, that paedophilia crime, is not literally our type of people that do that shit, but. Our people do this shit.
Yeah.
Our people does this shit.
Yeah.
You understand?
Facts.
So we can't just say it's a white man thing there. You understand? Troubling kids, messing up kids' future is a thing that I hold high. And I feel that you're done at it.
Yeah.
You don't need to be having a second chance. Second chance what? To do it again?
Yeah.
Nah.
That's a crime on another level.
That's a crime on what you're doing. Drunk, no drunk, adult, whatever. I got ADHD, whatever fucking mental madness you got. Don't care.
Because we can link it in with the poverty. Most crimes are done out of poverty when you deep it. But that crime there,
the choice,
makes no sense.
No.
Yeah, but when you talking about capital punishment,
yes,
that's not. You can't compare it. Capital punishment is on the level like this on the term. That we talked about crime, and we talked about the extremists of crime. Now, this is more of the extremists of crime. What crime deserves capital punishment?
Paedophilia.
Right.
Facts.
Any more?
Yeah, of course there's more.
Right.
So
this is the problem.
Murder.
Yeah, we could say that, but we go feel it now. Remember, if we go have this capital punishment coming out on the base as the system as it is now, it's not worth it. You might as well. Half of us is going to die.
So exactly, yeah. So that's what I'm trying to say. So you have to understand. We have to know how this justice system was not built to protect us. It was there to actually enslave us and put us in solitary. But what we have to have some form of guidelines deterrent because not all our folk are for our folk. Yeah, not all our folk is there to uplift us. Yeah, so if we got to lose a couple on the way, especially if the evidence and the stuff is true and real, we got to lose some and we got to shake some of them off.
Straight up. So do you think the death penalty, if it does get introduced in England, do you think it would reduce crime?
No,
not at all.
No,
it'd be the same stuff.
No, not at all. It wouldn't.
Wow.
It literally wouldn't.
The most it could really do is just deter certain crimes.
Okay.
But crimes will always continue, bro.
No. He's talking about like just say
crimes along the death penalty.
Say if you do this, do that, do that.
Yeah.
Would they do this, do that, do that? Yes, they'll still do it. They'll still do it. They'll still go out and paedophile and rape young kids. They'll still go out there and just say mass murder 20 people. That's not more of us as in Europe, but in America and them places, they still got them crazy kids who go out there shoot them churches and stuff like that, and then get fed Burger King and then sit down and.
the topic is sticky because it's so
open.
Yeah, because if you say terrorist deserves capital punishment, but who's labelling a terrorist?
What's a terrorist?
Do you get what I'm saying? So
the Europeans going over to Afghanistan.
No, that's not terrorism. That's different.
No, that's not there.
We're exploring.
Yeah. No one was here. Hi. No one's here saying hello to people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, god damn. Yeah.
Speaking of capital punishment, do you think there's any humane way to put someone to death?
It'd be nice to do it the same way they did.
What's that, electrical chair?
Electrical chair, shoot him, hang him, what the hell ever, man. It is what it is. The thing is, but he has to be for a certain. You know what? It has to be for certain thing. Even if you just lock him up for life, that's even worse than death sometimes. Locking him up for life solitarily, that is kind of worse than death.
That is bad still.
That is just be locked up in a room, nothing, just like little food dashed to you and that's it. If you eat. If you don't, you don't. You got a bucket of shit in it and we'll bring it back out when we want to.
Wow.
Even that, living like that.
I think it's best to go sleep then, bro. I think it's best to get put to sleep. That's more humane than getting treated like a dog every day for the rest of your life.
It's really humane though, anyway. They must probably give you a lethal injection.
Yeah.
You know? And
it is.
That old classic
make a mistake.
Chair. Come on, man. Put you outside, fire squad, get me.
Okay, I was going to put yourself in a position of like, let's say the family of someone that's been killed. Do you think it'll be just, or do you feel justified that he got killed because he murdered one of your family members?
Yeah.
Would you feel at peace with it?
No, because I didn't do it. Because
most probably anyway.
Most probably you would.
Yeah.
That the person that done something to your family member got the same fate.
Yeah.
You feel happy.
That's in the eyes of the so-called law. Yeah.
You know what, bro? The Bible says eye for eye, tooth for tooth, bruh.
Yeah, but bro, then it wouldn't be worth all of that. Remember, it was a case, boy. So somebody went to the police station, or it was reported.
Yeah.
And statements was making. Now, if something happened to one of my family members, like as we said about this capital punishment, say paedophilia.
Yep.
Yeah? Yeah, I would want him to be facing capital punishment.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, yeah,
I don't think the police would get to him before me if I knew what happened.
Yeah.
No, but on the rule though, capital punishment, that's over my head, bruv. I don't even deal with the system. To even think about capital punishment, it's like, come on, man. I'm not even a part. I don't even deal with the system like that.
I hear that.
Yeah, but by saying we don't deal with the system.
No, by me saying I don't deal with the system, it's like I don't deal with. Nothing goes on in Parliament. I don't vote. I refuse to vote.
Yeah.
And I don't care what shape or how this country runs politically.
Yeah, but
because it just.
But if they said the new law, capital punishment's back, you're gonna take interest in it.
Bro, capital. It was people living here, and nobody ever really gave a f about capital punishment, bruv. Yeah. I
don't know. We wasn't here in the times when it happened.
Seriously, it's like. Where capital punishment works in certain countries is even citizens there who doesn't care about it, bro. Yeah?
Until it hits their door.
No, it don't matter. Some people just live as we do. They don't work. They're not interested in all of that.
No, they are until it hits their door. Because there's people who I know in America who are out there protesting because a certain guy he was on the death watch where literally he was going to get take the electric chair literally about 4 months ago through lockdown, just before lockdown. I can't remember, about 4 months ago anyway. Where the guys who ever run the town, he got away with it, but the whole town was protesting against him, and they were saying that he was innocent.
Okay.
He killed this person, and they cared because they knew this person.
See, that's important.
But before that, they didn't care because
America's had 3 strikes you're out since the 90s, bro.
It's all on
and people still do what they're doing.
Of course,
and it never deterred them. 3 strikes and you're out is deeper than what we have over here. 3 strikes you're out is a lot.
But it is a deterrent though, because for you to say that, how much times have I heard that? You're on my first strike, bro. I can't really get caught doing this and that.
Bro,
they do say that.
Bro, it's like, as you said before, certain people don't care about these laws and legislation
until it licks them.
Come on, bro.
Until it licks them.
As I said to you before.
But laws govern us, innit? They govern everything we do, bro.
As I've said to you before, some people do not care about this government. They don't care about the laws or legislation. They might humble themselves and might not go on all erratic, but they're not supporting the government.
So let me just say something. So you think that every last man and woman who's sitting in a prison cell right now, who didn't care about the law and the regulations of what's going on, and got caught for whatever crimes or crimes that they may or may have not done, you think that not one of them have a regret? So at any given time, at any given second, they're sitting there in the cell, probably got licked down, probably not got licked down, probably didn't get no letters, probably didn't get no visit, probably didn't get the food that they want, or probably didn't get a chance to walk around.
Yeah, the most do regret it.
So there you go.
That could be an individual.
No, it's not individual.
You see, in America, is there a law, if you kill someone and you're facing a death penalty, but if you plead guilty before anything kicks off, you could avoid the death penalty. That's a sort of deterrent. Because a lot of people won't admit it then.
It depends what state you're in. Okay. If you're down in Texas, they're not going to have none of that.
Okay.
You're going down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I'm going.
Go on.
I'm just going to go back again. So, you think that when people do a crime, or even not even prison, gone to jail, jail, like police station, and they're sitting in the cell, you think that no one sits down and thinks, oh, why did I do that? Oh, if I only... You think that don't happen?
Yeah, but bro, alright, if we go talk about capital, we go stay on this subject, capital punishment.
Yeah.
Fix the crime, paedophilia. Mm-hmm. Paedophilia's been doing their thing since 60s or whatever. I ain't gonna put no time on it.
Yeah.
They still do it.
Since slavery, bro, even past that.
It don't matter, bro. Murder.
Crime
on. Says don't murder, you go jail for life. People still murder, bruv. So what is capital punishment going to do? What's going to deter another set of people from not doing that crime? No one ain't going to do that, bruv, especially over here.
No, a deterrent is there for certain people who have empathy for whatever they want to do for themselves. Yeah, and some people may not. Oh, if I do that, I'm not going to do that. So I just don't do it. So a punishment will stop some people from actually going overboard. I know many stories where this kid was a wrong one, and all of a sudden because he realised, oh, Michael just got 7 years, and he fixed up and gone a different way. Now he's a businessman. So
that's like Asbo and all of that, bro.
What are you talking about, brother? I mean, it doesn't matter.
But as I'm saying to you, we're talking about capital punishment.
No, but
hurry up and bring it in, because we got bare paedophiles over here. Needs to get some of that, and maybe that would deter the rest of them then. Simple.
He's got a point as well, though, because...
No, it is. I'm going by your subject, bro. As I said to you before, capital punishment, first of all, if it does come in, as we said, we've got to deal with the institutional racism within the justice system anyway. Yeah? And if we go talk about who deserves to get capital punishment, we all said paedophiles. Okay.
Yeah.
Would this stop paedophilia from continuing?
That's what I'm saying. You have a good point, to be fair.
But we said no, but it will stop some.
We just have to wait.
I'm going to have to agree with Rambo on that. I don't know.
Do you know why?
Because that thing is sick.
And another thing...
Them man will still try it, bro.
They
risk it for a biscuit, bro. They risk it, bro.
There's people in higher power who's doing this thing. This way it will never come into power. But I'm just saying, if it is out there, and then they're found guilty, at least we know they're gonna get bun. But I'm saying, it's still not. Of course, it's not gonna. No punishment is gonna stop anyone doing anything.
But it's a deterrent. You're saying it's a deterrent.
But when they get catch, at least one person or the family members know they're getting banned. This is what I'm saying. So we're on the agreement.
Before capital punishment, there was jungle justice, though, innit? People stone you,
that's
brother.
what I'm trying to say. So if I found
still
out,
happens to a certain level.
It still does happen, bruv. 100% in certain countries.
Same thing. Vigilante.
Yeah, but
yes and no again.
Yeah, I've got to say yes and no on that.
No, vigilante is no different than having a jungle justice.
No. Yes and no, as in that is
jungle justice don't really happen over here.
That's what I'm saying. So yes or no, because if jungle justice was happening over here, up in where we live, then when the women are out there doing the women empowerment marches, the black man them and everybody else would be out there. Even the other women would be out there alongside them, but they're not. So we can't keep on saying that these little fantasy rules and regulations that should be happening on the street are happening. They're not happening. There ain't their support. The support's not there. When shit's not happening to your family, you're not coming out there. No, they're not out there. So I'm not on the fantasy world of bullshit. I'm on the reality shit. I've always been on that stuff. And no, it's not going to happen. It's not happening.
The kind of punishment is not happening. It's not happening.
The jungle justice don't happen. For the right solution. Look, especially in our community, there's no such thing as jungle justice. Because when I'm watching videos of a white man busting up a Sikh or Indian boy, old man in the garden, I
saw that.
And
the whole community come.
The whole community come at his door.
Some real chillers.
At his door.
Yeah, I like that.
The whole community came at his door.
Yeah.
That's jungle justice.
Did he get broke up?
It doesn't matter.
We don't know. We don't know.
That's irrelevant. You know what?
Everybody could come to your door, bro.
No.
They go pull you out on the street.
No.
Block you up.
No.
Until police have to protect you.
No, but look,
bro, come on, man. Anybody could say, see that guy.
But we don't know if you got blocked up. We don't know.
No, but bro,
but there's bare man.
Situations happen, bro.
No, but
when we say jungle justice, maybe
you're not seeing the bigger picture, bro.
I've never seen it happen over here.
No, but you're not seeing the bigger picture in what I just said. Yeah, you're just looking at violence and stuff like that. That's irrelevant.
No, go to somebody's house, smashing it up. It happens before.
No. Let me finish what I'm saying, because you've gone.
Explain it. Go.
I'm trying, and this is what I'm saying. Right. When I say jungle justice, is that the jungle came together and they went to see Wagwan. It doesn't matter It doesn't matter the outcome.
It was a warning.
They come together. They got together. They saw some injustice. They got together and they went directly to the situation, to the issue, and however they dealt with it, by verbals, by getting paid off, or by getting licked out, or by getting licked out. No. You're not listening to me, bruv. It's not about happen. Of course,
it's happened many times. People's gone and gathered outside.
We're talking about.
Told them to leave. Smashed their window. People's done that in people's.
No, we know this. We're talking about now.
Yes, happened now. It happened with that little who was chasing that going Colliers Wood there.
That was no jungle justice. That wasn't jungle justice.
That is the same thing you just said.
No, it wasn't. That was clout. That was clout. That was clout.
Man, them go
that
to
was
his
clout.
house.
That was clout, bruv.
You saying the same thing,
bruv. That was clout.
When we were saying jungle justice, I've never seen it over here in this country. Jungle justice, people don't really survive it, bro.
Again, it depends on what you want from the solution.
When people get beaten in Africa and get beaten in the West Indies by the whole community, sometimes it don't even get publicised.
Get set on fire and get burned.
It's a community thing.
But again, of course it is a community thing.
But does jungle justice always have to end up in death?
Exactly.
Some does.
It depends on the crime, though.
But this is the same point I was explaining before then. What is the difference with that thing happening in Collinswood?
I'm not familiar with Collinswood.
Community?
When the brother,
Did you hear about it?
the brother tried to walk this girl away, like I think he had ADHD or something like that. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
and then he grabbed some school girl and tried to. I don't know if he. I don't know. I can't remember the full story. If he raped her or tried to molest her, rape or whatever.
What about rape? Does rape deserve capital punishment?
Yeah, but I'd be lying if I told you what he did because I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember there was a young girl saw the girl in distress and kind of went to her rescue, and then all the so-called what would I call these?
Basically,
activists came round and found where he was and tried to run down his mum's yard and started filming it and stuff like that.
But as you said before, does jungle
is that jungle justice?
Does jungle justice?
That's clout.
Yeah,
that's
but
the police came already and the police got him. So there was the police had him.
Is how you express what jungle justice is. When we was first going on to it, we was going on to the extreme. Yeah. We were saying that it don't happen over here like that. And you said, "Oh, does jungle justice have to be violent?" And I'm saying it has happened before. If you go say the scenarios that people's gallivanted outside people's doors happens to certain people, not people all the time, bro.
No, but I just think because nobody went on the. I don't think anybody went on the extreme.
No, but if we go express jungle justice as you and he said it, as is non-violent, people's all
Who said that?
I didn't say that.
You're hearing things.
I said, does jungle justice have
move on from this jungle justice?
Cool,
because it won't see fit happening in our community.
Cool.
No, it flies over our head.
You mentioned ADHD, yeah?
I did.
Yeah, you cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Does someone with a mental disability who commits a crime that deserves capital punishment should be put down? Do you think so? Even with the mental illness?
Yes, because I feel that because you've got some form of mental illness doesn't mean that you don't know right from wrong. I've seen a lot of people who, and I've worked with people who has got mental illnesses and stuff like that. They know right from wrong. It's just, and how I break it real down and make it really normal and really easy. If I had some shit in a bowl, and I went like this, and I said, "Do you want to eat it?" They will say yes or no. And majority of the time, they will say no because they know what it is. So they know from right from wrong. And I just leave it at that. So if you grab down on some little girl and try to rape her, you know right from wrong. And that's how easy my head is about. I don't care what illnesses that these people want to put on you as put on you as a person. If you do something like that, nah, I can't work with you, man.
I heard that still. That's just. It's straightforward, isn't it? Okay, what about the person that's putting the people to death? How do you think they feel?
It's a job to them.
It's a job. Is it just a job?
It's a job to them.
Or are they stone cold killers already?
They're probably immune to it. It's just like the police and just like the you know. They're wrecking lives when they lie, they cheat, they steal against a person, and now the person's got a criminal record. The person is probably locked up, and now that's affecting their family and their family's family, and then the family's broken up because dad's or mum's in prison and stuff like that. When the police lie, and the judge just looks at you and feels that you're guilty and stuff like that. They don't care. It's feelings.
It's a job.
It's a job. It's a job, man. Yeah.
Let's move on. Rambo. Rustle through but there's nothing to rustle through left in it. Just pull it out, my G.
Say it loud and proud.
Save your chest.
That's me, bro.
Right, say it loud and proud.
So what is it? No, it's not worth putting that on me, bro. Black Lives Matters.
Black Lives Matter.
What makes you ask me that question?
What?
No, it was just the last one.
The last one.
That question there.
What, BLM?
Yeah.
Well, what question I asked you?
No, so what made you
put that in there?
Yeah.
Just to see your thoughts, man. Just to see your thoughts, brother. I know. But anyway, listen. The mission statement of Black Lives Matter.
It says, read it loud, because you know what? Let me just tell you on that. When I talk on the BLM company, yeah, the BLM company.
Oh yeah, bad.
To a lot of people, especially when it just started, I'm speaking to a lot of sisters. I'm sitting down in Brixton, speaking to a lot of sisters, and they're screaming, "Yeah, you know, the company's great." And I've said to every person I've spoken to, especially women, I said to you, "Have you actually looked on the About Us? Have you ever went on the website and looked on the About Us?" They go, "No." I said, "Oh, so you know what? You've never done that?" I said, "No." So before I support anything, I want to know who and what they are. I looked on there, before you even read it out, I looked on there, and they don't represent me as a black man.
Well done.
They don't represent me as a black man. And before you can read it out, but what I remember, it says, want me to freestyle it?
I'm probably going to say the same thing. But
if you got it written down, I want to freestyle it. See if you
go on.
Yeah, it says that we're here to protect the woman, the child, the trans, the lesbian, the gays, and everybody else except for the man. Put it that way. Oh, and destroy the nuclear family, as in the mom, the dad, or the dad and the mom and the child. Yeah. So literally it was.
You're right.
It was all that, and then I read it, and at first I didn't realise what nuclear was. What do you mean nuclear? And then I understood what was going on. I said, oh, so this company was made off the death of black men, but yet you don't represent the black man. Mm-hmm. I don't get it. I'm not for this company and for this cause. Okay. But the wording Black Lives Matter, of course it does.
So I'm gonna let you hit that pain straight away. So is Black Lives Matter a black movement?
It's a black movement, and it's a white movement, and it's a trans movement, and it's a lesbian movement, and it's a gay movement. But it's not a black man's movement. It's not a
liberating
a family movement. It's not a nuclear. It's not a nuclear family movement. So, and it's an external outside of the black community movement. But it's not a black family, mom, dad, mom, family growing up movement. No,
that's nuts, because you actually nailed it in a bombshell. Black Lives Matter, the statement says they are fully committed to the preservation and security of women, children and families. It's not mentioned nowhere about a black man. So if this company rose out of the death of George Floyd,
not just George Floyd, it's all black men. It's literally black men. It's not even just. It didn't just like start because of George Floyd. There's so many hundreds of black men, innocent black men and women that have died in the hands of police brutality. Yeah. This is how it all kind of got enough is enough type thing. And then yes, Mr. Floyd was the catalyst to spark the crime of the century live on social media, where everybody is sitting down just on their phones, on TV, on their phones through lockdown kind of thing. And then it all kind of kicked off just before lockdown, I think it was. So.
Yeah, it was just for lockdown. Rambo, can the family function without a alpha male or alpha man?
No, it can't.
It can't.
The proof and evidence is out there in our community today, because all of this was weaponized to destroy the black men or to take power. Because if we go talk about Black Lives Matter, it really came from the black civil rights movement, where it had the same type of ideologies from back in the 60s, you know, but they couldn't really expose themselves until later on, when you had the LGBT combined it with Black Lives Matter. We could always remember Black Lives Matter does not come from Britain. It's an American ideology, and Americans has been decided how and what a black man should be like. Because boy, don't forget, it's America again. Hollywood put man in dress, put your greatest actors in dresses. Yeah. I made you laugh and joke about it and normalised it more into the year 2000 as it approached. When we're talking about Black Lives Matter now, it started off with a girl called Sarah Bland, where youths in America started to jump behind that in 2015. So it's a good 5-6 years old. Because remember, they've been teaching our children, remember, is a psychology progression learning.
Yeah.
The children who's been in school within periods of the year 2005 to 2010, most of these youths don't even have arguments about gay issues like how the generations before do, because it's all been controlled from you for the children and from in nursery, you understand? So by the time they're going into primary school, secondary school, they're getting moulded in that mentality. And remember, it's about expression of self. So again, it's manipulating children's sexual ideology without even them being aware of it, because it's expressing the children that there should be more of a unisex.
So is it like a virus?
Don't want to say all of that, bruv, because that virus is affecting certain other people's family. People used to say back in the days, bun this. Now their children is growing up fully on that level. You understand? Yeah. So if you go say it's a virus, it's a genetic virus, because it's coming to you through your family household. You understand as well?
It's options. It's called options. It's called that you can do anything that you want to do now. It's called that there's no boundaries.
Yeah.
It's called.
We call it choices.
It's called. Yeah. You can just do this and then don't do this. You can be this and then not be this. You know what I'm saying? Because today's society has got no boundaries, no guidelines, and for me, it's like the man's feelings are overwhelming and overpowering over a woman's feeling in every sense of the way, where that a man can decide to be a woman and not look like a woman but be a woman, and choose that he can go into a woman's changing rooms because he identifies as a woman. And then society will go, yes, but he can. But the worst thing about it, some of our women are saying he can. And then this is how the effed up thing and the mashed up thing is going on.
So, on my next question, so has Black Lives Matter, has it changed anything then?
It's brought awareness to some people who do not understand what was going on, who pretended that slavery never happened, who pretend that black people don't get marginalised by the police by brutality and by judges not giving us bail when they'll give the other white boy a bail. Criminal justice system is messed up on our side. The prison reform system is messed up on our side. You're going into to work. You try to go to work to get a job, and your qualifications are better than the next guy next to you, but because you look, because you're out of the race of the majority of people in the office, you may not get the job. You're in hospital. You're given labour. The doctor may not give you the pain treatment that you may need because you can handle the pain. You're a black girl. Okay. You can handle the pain. You know what I'm saying? But Karen, she'll okay, give her the gas in there and whatever she needs. Yeah. So it gave a room. It gave a room for people to listen and to have empathy and understand and step out of their own ego and say, heck, all right, I've lived in Cornwall my life, I just never knew this was going on. You know what I'm saying? Or I've lived in, you know what I'm saying? So, and again, it gave our own community to actually address certain stuff in our own community as well, of course.
Obviously, when you see Black Lives Matter, it's like they always come out on the deaths. Certain deaths, like by police and that. Why don't they ever address black on black issues if it's Black Lives Matter? Why don't they ever address that?
Go on.
Well, that's not what they're about, are they? They're not there for the black community like that.
Cloud chasers.
Because if there was, they could have changed a lot of stuff. Remember, Black Lives Matter, right? Remember like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
And they done all that marching. They had enough power, or I should say enough followers at that point of time to go through certain communities, talk about these issues and stuff. But Black Lives Matter I don't believe it was actually purposed to set out for the black community as such.
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Never designed to.
It wasn't.
It was designed. It was designed to make everybody start pointing fingers at each other. Because just before Black Lives Matter started coming up, there was kind of more of a mixed unity of people from the red, from the black, from the white, from the red, from the brown, of people where there wasn't really so much I hate you black boy, I hate you white person, and talking about division in social media, in the community at large. There wasn't too much.
I would say it depends on what circles you're in.
Yeah,
It was definitely about.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't about, but it wasn't loud like it is loud now. Where now...
Well, like freedom of speech, people can just talk what they're saying. Like reckless talk.
Reckless talk, where I don't care talk and talking about... Yeah, because before Black Lives Matter came about, and then boys missed the penalty, I don't think they would have got as much booze as they did.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think they would have got as much booze. They would have got beat, fucking yes. But because it's been kneel down for Black Lives Matter to the football boys, that's pushed it in their face. Yeah. It's been pushed in their face. I can step out of my blackness and understand as a white man living in England that what's all this fucking Black Lives Matter shit? I'm for you. I got black fucking friends, no disrespect, but I got black friends. But why is this? What about me though? So I can understand as a white man living in his country, he can be a bit frustrated.
I never looked at it like that ever.
And from that, the media's pushed it in their face. It's just like how we see how this LGBTQ is being pushed in our face, where I'm like, yo, I don't care who you sleep with, but don't push it in my face. Don't direct this shit at my youths them. At the kids, leave the kids alone. Yeah. Let the kids be kids. The same as Ukraine war. It's only Ukraine having a war right now. So every minute they want to talk about Ukraine in your face. That all you're going to think about is Ukraine. What about Afghanistan? What about ripping all these other countries, Somalia? What about all these other countries that are getting bombed and blown up? People have been dying innocently every single day. But the media is controlling people's frustrations. This is what I'm trying to say. It's a control thing. And from when you know that you're in the control thing, then you can actually relax and like, all right, they're playing this game now. They're playing the Ukraine card. They're playing this Black Lives Matter card. Okay, I can understand this. And we have to understand it's a... They're sitting back in the offices laughing and triggering people. Just like this lockdown. If people don't realise how crazy... If people have not learned anything since through this lockdown, never mind Black Lives Matter, never mind anything else, yeah. If people have not learned already that this government has got an agenda and the world, there's an agenda going on, they're fucking with you, yeah. For the last 2 years, I told you, sit at home, don't go see nobody, take this juice, take the vaccine, all right? Don't hug nobody. Your grandma dead, so what? Leave her, let her dead. She's dead, innit? So don't go bury her, don't go see her.
2 meters.
All these, go sit 2 meters, put this thing on your mouth, yeah? Wash your hands, like we didn't know how to wash our hands. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got a self-employed business, lock it down. Oh, you working, lock it down. Destabilize you financially so you are dependent on the state for listening to what they say, from breathing, from moving, from buying food. You know what I'm saying? So now, if you ain't learned that the government have lied to you for that so long, if you ain't learned nothing from all this, when the government did not believe in their laws, did not believe in their logic, did not believe in their regulations, because they broke every last one. And you still don't believe you didn't get duped.
Stop it.
I can't help you. It don't matter what. It doesn't matter if we're talking about Black Lives Matter. It doesn't matter if we're talking about police brutality. It doesn't matter if we're talking about anything. You're gone.
Rambo, what steps do we take here to avoid certain groups, what's the word? Interfering, shall I say, or what word can I say?
Controlling, manipulating.
Infiltrating,
that's what I was looking for. How do we stop certain groups like BLM infiltrating our communities? What do we do to stop it happening?
First of all, if we ever go like BLM has already infiltrated our community.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and they could do it very easily now. The worstest thing about us as a movement, we don't screen our people, bro. We should screen our monitor our movements, bro.
He's speaking for us.
Yeah, but when you talk about you said, how can we get Black Lives Matter to stop infiltrating our community? That's a fucking stupid question. It's like your next door neighbour could be Black Lives Matter. So no, bro, I would just say this, that
it's an educational thing.
Educational. It's more to it, bro. It's how we are as a people. Like, Black Lives Matter was very easy to grab a few of people from our community, put them in a certain position and steer it to a certain level as it's been. So when we talking about how do we, bro, Black Lives Matter is a political argument, bro. They have a political agendas behind their motto and their views to things. It's all political. So,
what do you think their goal is?
Their goal?
Yeah. From what you can suss already?
Bro, they're not going to come out as a party where you can vote for them and you can put them into an election.
They're not going to?
Nah.
Okay. So what's their goal?
Their goal is just to...
corrupt.
It's not...
Corrupt our thing even more?
Do you know what? It's what they're... I'm going to be honest with it. It's what they're... to me, it's like what their role is about, bro. I don't see them try to infiltrate the black movements in the community.
So the end goal is to...
The end goal is maybe to keep our community still
divided,
destabilised.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand?
Okay, I can dig it.
Because once you got a man and man growing a child in a relationship in the black community, we finish. Just like how social services doing it now, bro. They will house children with lesbian couples, bro, and gay couples here.
Pain?
Yeah, it is to destabilise the natural family unit.
I agree.
That's the main thing. Right. But what we have to understand, governments have been doing this way before Black Lives Matter. Yeah. They did it when they empowered the women and said to the woman, emasculated the man. They
the feminist movement.
No, in
the 70s.
No, they empowered. So let me just say what I'm thinking. They destabilised family unit by so just say our families came over from Windrush days and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, come over, help us build England, and then we West Indian, and then etc. came over and helped out, build up, and then we struggled to get homes, and so there's like 7, 8, 9 families living in one room and stuff like that, and then it was hard for more men to get more jobs as things created, and then just say the government. I'm fast forward in my mind and what I'm saying, and then fast forward, governments have started to tell the women, not just black women but women in general, we're going to empower you by actually subsidising your housing so you can have a house. And then they said, oh shit, okay, yo baby, the government said that we're going to have a house, but they said that you can't be in there.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
because in Russia it's the opposite. You more likely to get a house if you are a couple.
There you go. So the government has told the women that we're gonna emasculate you now. Not telling them that they're gonna emasculate you. They're gonna say, okay, if you want housing, we'll give you subsidised housing, but there can't be a father in the house.
What kind of faff is that, bro?
So because now a lot of black men at the time was struggling to find work. They are like talking to the wives. They're feeling a bit down, maybe, that I've been to so many places and the white man's not giving me no job. And our wives have got, the wives at the time probably have the nursing jobs and all the cleaning jobs and stuff like that. And they're in there still working, bringing in money into the house, but that's not bringing money into the house. So now he's feeling less of a man. So he's a bit more feminized now. Because this is what the government and the society has done. Have made him hard for the black man to get any work, get any job, bring money into the house, and be the man of that house. Regarding work and showing,
you're right,
movement, and then because mum and dad said, all right, the government's going to give us a house, we're going to get a house, I'm going to pretend that I'm not living there. So now she's got the house, mum and dad's living there, and because dad's not bringing in money, mum's more empowered. You're not bringing in money, you ain't got a job, you're sitting there smoking, you're drinking, and then the first argument happens, and what does the lady say?
Get out.
Come out of
my house.
So now, by saying that word, that makes you weak as a man.
I know.
If anyone said that to me, that would make me weak because I'm not bringing in no money. I'm not showing that I'm doing shit because I probably tried, and I can't get no job. I can't be asking everybody. So now he's depressed and demoralised. And then now she's like, yo, this is my yard. Yeah, I've bringing in all the money. She's pissed off with him, and then now what happens? Get out of my house. There might be an argument saying, no, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'll call the police.
Oh, so that
because the police know that it's the woman's yard.
Yeah.
So you have to go, motherfucker. So he goes.
It's nuts. Even that, it's all political language as well, isn't it? Like even when it comes to he's gone now. Cool. Who's seeing the children? Well, who's got the best interest of the child?
Listen,
bam, you're done.
Listen, dad's out of the school. Dad's out of the house. Mom's at work. The kids are growing themselves. TV and school. That's what they want. This is what they want. They want the parents away from the kids so they can control and manipulate the mindset of the kids of today. This is why you got these stupid programs showing these kids these stupid stuff. Yeah, nothing about economics, nothing about reading, writing anymore these days. It's just about, hey, did you know that you can be a girl if you want to be a girl, and you can be a boy if you want to be a boy? Hey, did you know that my next door neighbour's got 2 dads? Kids don't need to know this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old kids don't need to know this stuff right now.
It's definitely education then. The way you keep Black Lives Matter out of the movement. We got to educate our women to know the tricks of what's happening as well, and don't fall for the tricks.
But a lot of them, they just don't see it. I've had so many discussions, and yeah, but Jay, because a lot of them have been hurt by men themselves. I'm not saying that all great men are out there. There's a lot of black sisters and white sisters and whatever. They've been hurt by men, and I'm not saying men are all the greatest. Men have fucked shit up as well. They have dropped the ball many a times, and
women are emotional beings as well.
They're emotional.
Hold on to that.
We're different, and they want to make us. We are not the same. Man, woman can't and never ever will be the same. There's some women who are wired a bit manly, but
they were raised that way.
You're still a gal.
Rambo, the last question before we wrap this up, please. Yeah, what's wrong with all lives matter?
All lives matter.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
God, yeah.
All of these titles, does have an effect with some people. You understand? And as I said to you, it goes again politically. Yeah, and so I tell you what, that's a dumb thing, you know. Black Lives Matters. It starts this political argument up. Well, do you know what, bro? Tell you the truth, man. Can't answer. Forget it.
Alright, cool. Faye, you want to answer that, or you leave that as that?
The question was what?
What's wrong with all lives matter?
There's nothing wrong with all lives matter, because all lives should matter. All lives should matter. The only reason why they screamed out Black Lives Matter is because we've been treated as if our lives didn't matter through the education system, from the police brutality, like I said before, and through crime, and through even through the media allowing certain phrases like the N-word to make it normalised, and then anyone can say it. But yeah, if I said anything about a Jewish man, a Jewish Caucasian man, that's not normalised on TV. That's not shouted out. So the black culture only matters if it's monetized by the outside people.
I like the way you've been breaking it down today, because I'm actually thinking a lot. It's really, that should be call-out culture.
It's monetized.
We need to take control. Instead of having this council culture stuff, we're calling out everything.
We do not own anything trendy in our community.
I know.
Anything, look, from the clothes we wear, from the music we listen to the food that we eat, from the food that we season, the seasoning that we season our food, from the drinks that we drink.
Drinking.
We do not own nothing. We don't own it. We don't own it. We don't rep it. All these blue tickets don't wear the labels of our ancestors, our African ancestors, our Caribbean ancestors. They don't wear, they don't show, they don't do shit. But they'll wear a Balenciaga. I would never wear that shit. They'll look. I got super dry today, so I can be a hypocrite, but it is what it is. But I'm just trying to say, I brought this from TK. I brought this from TK Maxx for 20 quid, bruv. You understand? I ain't buying them stupid big ass clothes. I don't care about them. I don't care. But when we start empowering ourselves, having our own YouTube. not channel, having our own YouTube platform, having our own music industry, our own black music industry, our own Facebook, our own stuff. Because everybody else has got their own stuff there for us.
I know.
Everybody's got our own stuff. It's like this.
Talk about it all the time.
It's like this. The podcast. Why is everyone going? No disrespect to this white girl, this ginger white girl from America. Everyone's running and jumping on her podcast and making her super.
Oh, the one that just stands up for men.
Yeah, Sometimes it's the topic's so dead and boring. It's like, for real. It's just you are just all for this separation thing, and then all these blackheads are jumping on it. I'm like, why are you making her like this so-called famous shit? Fuck that. Why don't you find a black girl and make her famous, but you're making this famous? Same with Charlie Sloth. Fuck Charlie Sloth.
But it's like, if we're not in control, nothing. We're not running the algorithms. Nope. So them things are getting pushed to us as well. No, but more than anything else.
Yeah, but then again, it's called self-choice.
Yeah.
Then
so you're right. I don't like it.
I'd rather come to you before I go to her.
No, salute.
I'd rather come and sit down and you not waste, spend money, you know what I mean? Waste my time sitting there talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Pay my money, jump in an Uber, come see you, Central London, sit down and have a dialogue and a dialogue that is a building dialogue. I'm not going to come on a dialogue. But why does modern women? Shut the fuck up about this stuff? Why does modern women don't think that is that the only thing you guys can talk about?
I hear that.
Is that the only thing you guys can talk about?
I hear that.
It's dead, bruv. That discussion is dead. There's no build. There's no upliftment. It's just that clickbait, point fingers. It's dead.
That's the world we're in.
Dead world, dead. No, the world's alive. It's the people in it. The world is alive. Because when people go, I hate this world. No, I love this world, but it's the people that is in it.
Yeah, guys, man. You know, I think this is the power talk I've been the most silent, because you man have just been smashing my brains, and you give me something to think about every time you don't say something. So I'm always running off. So you get me, 2 OGs in the building. You get me, done your thing. The capital punishment got a bit tense with you guys. You feel me? But it's all friendly banners, love. You feel me? Thank you, Rambo, for coming down today, yeah? No problem. Salute to you. Rambo, drop them your Instagram so they can give you a look out.
Yeah, my Instagram is at Rambo70s.
Or all socials, any socials you want to drop it.
Man.
Rambo70s. Rambo70s.
Yeah.
Yeah? Payne?
Mr. Payne. And that's Mr. Payne on my Instagram. Yep. We've got the Painful Truth podcast coming out that me and London are doing. We've done our first one, and we've been talking about it for over 3 years.
It's about time
to start doing 3 or 2 years to do our podcast. It's like, everyone's on this podcast thing. I can't be bothered, man.
I hear that.
Yeah.
I wasn't even meant to be a podcast. I was a radio host, and it just developed.
Yeah.
Man, it's that time, man.
Everyone's doing it. But
Painful Truth.
The Painful Truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. So so we've got Painful Truth Instagram and the YouTube channel that everyone should link on and get on board. It's just a brand new channel. Just, you know what I'm saying, nothing's up yet, but just subscribe to it, and then we'll be putting things up as it goes on. So the Painful Truth podcast and Instagram, and Mr. Payne, that's my gram, IG gram, man.
Yo, you man, thank you for today. Yeah, it's been an honor, and man, you lot have a blessed one. Yeah.
No, love.
Power.